What's up, guys? Spenny. Never doubt that you have real power in this world to make a change and a difference for good. In Cincinnati, a middle-aged white couple was beat by a roving band of black teenagers senseless in the street. It was attempted murder. It's the only way you can really describe the attacks. If you see them on video, the videos are horrific, as the white couple is surrounded and beaten, literally unconscious, hitting their heads on the cement. The point, of course, of all of this is to kill them. So damn it, you got to charge these people with attempted murder, but in order to charge them, well, you're going to have to tell people about it. The cops aren't going to just do the right thing inside of this woke municipality. They're going to have to be pushed, sadly. Why zero stories, asks Elon Musk to this viral post about no one in the news media covering this. Our channel did. This was seen by 97 million people. That's how you actually break the media. And now it's having a real profound real-world effect. Vivek Ramaswamy is running for governor of Ohio. He's going to win. He's probably going to win every single county, including Cincinnati. And Vivek, who has millions of followers himself, went and visited with Holly here. Holly is the individual who has sort of become the iconoclast image of what happened here and this racialized violence across America, where white people are targeted in their communities. So what the hell's going on with Holly? No one has even asked. Nobody from the state even reached out to her. Can you believe this? No law enforcement has even attempted to find out the story of the woman who is, sadly, the poster child for anti-white, racialized, animalistic violence in this country. Vivek did, though. And here's what he has to say. I spoke with Holly earlier today, the woman who was tragically assaulted in Cincinnati, and she's a single working mom who went to a friend's birthday party. It's unconscionable that there were no police present in the area of Cincinnati on Friday night, or even as an ambulance was able to take her to the hospital. Hard work, if there was no ambulance available? That's new information. That's insane. Hardworking Americans shouldn't have to worry about their safety when they have a good time in our cities. Holly Holly said not a single local or state official had reached out to her as of this afternoon. Not a single state or local official. This is an attempted murder. Like, you'd think you'd want to get her a story, right? But nothing. Other than one police detective. Leftists like to lecture us about systemic injustice while thugs turn our cities into a war zone. I'm done with their excuses. As governor, I'm going to make sure that they're behind bars, not running wild. Our cops will have the green light to restore order, no apologies. Holly appreciates the kind words and prayers from patriots across the country and hopes that the publicity around her story ensures that local and state leaders clean up our failing cities. We hope to visit Holly soon as she recovers. This has been seen by millions as well. 17,000 reposts and 98,000 likes. So Vivek doing his job, obviously, to get the story out there. And now, because we started to talk about this, not the corporate media, but because influencers and people who have audiences organically and independently online were able to see this story, came to the aid of this poor couple. And now there are 5 who have been charged in the horrifying viral Cincinnati brawl that left a woman knocked out in the cold. I mean, listen, man, punching a man's one thing, but punching a middle-aged woman twice in the jaw to knock her out cold, son of a bitch. 5 people have been charged. Who are raising these people? No one, actually. I mean, that's right. This is what a lack of fatherhood looks like, right? Punching a woman out because of her skin color in the middle of the street. A middle-aged woman, single mom, working class single mom. You should get punched in the street, right? This is what a lack of fatherhood actually does. This is what a lack of discipline does. It's sick. It's tribal. It's a zero trust society. It needs to be fixed. And the way you fix it is obviously destroy their lives. Destroy every life of every person who was filming too. Charge them as accessories to the crime. There were hundreds of people who witnessed this and they only got one 911 call. People liked this. They wanted to see it. They wanted to upload the videos to WorldStar. They didn't want to help. So charge them all. Put them all in prison. 5 people have been charged over a vicious beatdown Cincinnati street after a brawl footage went viral. The suspects' names were not released. Interesting. Okay, so let's protect the criminals. Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Tetage, we'll get to her in a second, declined to specify the charges, but cautioned that more arrests are expected. We have 5 that have been charged and anticipate more, Tetage told reporters 2 days after the 3 a.m. Saturday incident that she referred to as a fight. According to online videos, the fight consisted of mobs stomping the head of a man cowering in downtown street, while a woman was cold-cocked and knocked out, blood pouring from her mouth as she tried to intervene. What the hell is this? What the hell is this archetype? Why does every police chief in America suddenly look like the Wicked Witch? Or Nurse Ratched? Or like angry librarian? This is the police chief here. However, she tried to downplay the brawl, calling the weekend outside of this incident an amazing success for the city. Oh, got it. Okay, explaining that there was a baseball game and a music festival happening. We had one incident late Friday night, one incident that nearly led to the murder of an innocent woman. It's getting all the attention and undoing all the good stuff that happened this weekend. These people are insufferable. She needs to lose her job over this. There's no update given on the condition of the targets of the assaults. Tetage says that she didn't know if anybody was hospitalized afterwards, but that the victims appeared to be well and could be as well as could be expected. What a monster. Vivek Ramaswamy, obviously, we've covered that. Talked about it. So under, first off, the Trump administration is taking this seriously. Harmeet Dillon said that there may be civil rights violations that she's going to charge. Pam Bondi has ordered the FBI to get involved in the incident where gangs of people are seen beating individuals. The FBI is already conducting interviews with suspects and investigating. This is obviously a predicate in order to get potential civil rights violation charges. If they're found to have targeted these people on a racialized basis, then you can make this a federal issue. And while you may get 6 months in jail on a state charge, you get 25 years to life in prison if it's seen that you're targeting people because of their race. So great job to the Trump administration. Horrible job to the local authorities here. Yeah, sure, you charged 5 people. It took you a number of days to even do a press conference about it. The only reason they're even doing this, woke old Nurse Ratched here, is because of the outrage online. And by the way, she's seething about it. An absolutely wild clip here. Cincinnati Police Chief Terry Tetage attacks people who have been sharing the videos of a black mob attacking a white couple. She claims the footage is distorted and misrepresented what happened. Instead of blaming the violent thugs on camera, she's pointing the finger at social media in an absolutely obscene clip here. Remember, you're the problem for noticing. Here you go.
Another topic I want to cover real quick. Social media and journalism and the role it plays in this incident. And yes, guys, that's you. That is you. Social media, the post that we've seen, does not depict the entire incident. That is one version of what occurred. At times, social media and mainstream media and their commentaries are a misrepresentation of the circumstances surrounding any given event. What that does, that causes us some difficulties in thoroughly investigating the activity and enforcing the law. Because what happens, that social media post and your coverage of it distorts the content of what actually happened. And it makes our job more difficult. Go ahead, right here.
Thank you. 2 questions. Where were the nearest officers?
In the central business section. They were working. They were both in vehicles, and like I said, they had to maneuver through the traffic.
My second question is, you had said social media, news media distorted the content of what actually happened. What exactly was distorted? I understand that there was multiple views of the video, but exactly what led up to this? I mean, what was distorted?
Yeah, so I think by the irresponsibility with social media is it just shows one side of the equation quite frequently without context, without factual context. And then people run with that. And then it grows legs and it becomes something bigger that we then have to try to manage as part of the investigation. So hold on.
Matt Walsh saying, are there any male police chiefs left in this country? It seems like every law enforcement press conference I've seen this year has been a female police chief that looks like an ill-tempered librarian. Today's dispatch from the Longhouse. Cincinnati police chief chastises media for showing footage of a black mob attacking white people. Yeah, it really makes you wonder. She's, by the way, being sued by her own officers for breach of trust, for lack of safety and decorum, for only this individual is being sued for only promoting women and minorities among her workforce. So it really does make you wonder, what's the what's the motivation here? Motivation should be to have a safe streets in Cincinnati, but that's not happening.
So when we asked, she would not describe what those charges were or whether they've located the people facing those charges. DG called everything seen in the videos unacceptable.
Anyone who put their hands on another individual during this incident in an attempt to cause harm will face consequences. I don't care which side of the incident or the fight they were on.
Okay, now to the things we talked about around where this investigation stands. The EG says more than 100 people were in the area and they only got one 911 call. She says that people should be angry about that. As for our role in the fast spread of this story on social media, she called on everyone to do better to show all sides. Now, I asked her why the department waited days to hold a press conference addressing the incident, allowing information to spread unchecked. On that, Chief DG said that she was waiting for investigators to do their jobs and that putting information out too early would be irresponsible. She did not address how all of this started as far as they're concerned. At downtown headquarters, I'm Sean Delancey, WCPO 9 News.
Listen to this.
Cincinnati police is asking anyone with information about this big fight to contact Crime Stoppers and Cincinnati police. And this weekend's violence adds to growing concerns downtown. In 2022, there were 590 reported crimes by this time of the year. So that number rose to ended up to 652. And so far in 2025, we're already at 995. And that's raising some serious questions about safety and what the city is doing to address it. Of course,
What a nightmare. Look at that graph. Yeah. That's like weak leadership, left-wing leadership. The mayor is nowhere to be found, or of Cincinnati, the extremely progressive mayor. It's bad inside of America's inner cities, and it's getting worse. And it's getting worse because of woke promotions, DEI promotions inside of the police force, and those DEI officers obviously not being able to see criminals and victims and not being able to act. It's great to see people like Vivek and the Trump administration, DOJ, FBI, forcing action. Is it too little too late? Not exactly sure. But at the very least, we're getting some charges, no matter how we're doing it. The reality that no one called 911. Yeah. Interesting. Seems to be a lie, too. Just one final thing. Just like, here's this post. Chief said only one 911 call was reported. This is a lie. I have a screenshot of an individual who called at 3:03 a.m. and said the dispatcher was rude and dismissive. That's what happens when you have, obviously, when you have overworked people, people who shouldn't be dispatchers at all, people who are working double shifts as dispatchers and don't want to do the job. When you have hellscapes like this with so much crime, then people get burned out. I don't know what exactly happened, but it seems like someone's lying here. It seems like a massive scandal. We'll keep on it, ladies and gentlemen, and pray for the victims here. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe for more truth